Okay.
The second reason why individual privacy is extremely important is because it allows us to physically feel safe. If your information was being exposed it was freely available for anybody to see, you would be in an extremely vulnerable position because you're unable to hide behind your anonymity. For example, in China, you are able to buy most of someone's information through a Telegram bot for 5 yuan. This causes a lot of people's positions to be in danger, right? Physical positions. Because if a stalker or a person who disagrees with you is able to buy this information, they are able to use this information to stalk you better or create a situation where they are able to murder you. Instinctively, we feel that. Instinctively, we feel vulnerable and unsafe. And that's why, for our safety, for humanity's critical thinking, individual privacy is extremely important. And this is a very apt period to be talking about this. With the age of AI, this question is even more important than ever. The reason is because AI is now able to create avatars, and very good and well updated avatars that track individuals in society. The people who have control of these avatars and these LLMs and AIs are large companies or governments. They would then have the power to be able to control the types of information diets that each of us consume. They are able to control and manipulate information so that we are able to be more susceptible to manipulation. This puts an inordinate amount of power into the people who already have a lot of power. They would be able to manipulate and control our preferences, the way we think, and ultimately our actions. This is why we should be talking about this. And this is how this motion allows us to subvert all these negative consequences, to subvert the basis in which we give these people more power. With this motion passing, it will allow us to have true digital privacy. We can finally step back into our own digital anonymity, and therefore companies will be unable to take control of our actions and our thinking. The reason why we think that digital privacy is more important than for example, using this data for progress in these tech companies is because privacy is, as I mentioned before, one of the basic human rights of society. And as I've mentioned before, because it's one of the basic, most human right, we feel extremely vulnerable, we feel unsafe, and that is the core reason why we want to be, right? And so it's worth stunting progress for the extra layers of privacy so that we create a society where we are still able to feel safe and secure. And I think most people will agree that we would prefer living in a society that is safe and secure, that moves slowly, than a country that moves fast, but its individuals have no security and no privacy. This is the reason why we are so proud to propose